Hello, welcome to Lastly Strict. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about the differences between the manga versus the webcomic version on Garou Arc of One Punch Man series. As you may have known, the arc in the manga version is coming to an end with one last chapter coming up next. But we gotta take a look at things that separate those two versions so far. Which one you prefer is for you to decide. Number 1, God's involvement on Garou vs Saitama's fight. Homeless Emperor got powered up by God in both versions, but that's about it in the webcomic version. In the manga version, however, we get to see God gives his power also to Garou, which makes him insanely powerful and arguably the third most powerful being after Saitama and God. And not only that, he seems to try to manipulate other heroes as well, such as Maima Arc and Tatsumaki, by disguising himself as the number 1 hero, Blast. Number 2, Blast's appearance. Now this is interesting because we never see any clear image of Blast in the webcomic version, despite it being more advanced, story progression wise. But we do get to see the clear image of Blast in the manga version. And we even seen him fight Garou, so we can more or less measure his power level, although he seems to hold back a bit in that fight. And what makes it more exciting is the fact that he has his own team of heroes from other planets, which its main goal seems to be putting an end to God and all of his form of influences all over the universe. In the webcomic version though, we are closer to knowing Blue, which is said to be the son of Blast rather than Blast himself. It's almost like we have to get to know Blue first in order to see a glimpse of Blast's shadows. Number 3, Saitama's true power and Garou's peak. The webcomic version of the fight between Garou and Saitama doesn't really show a new peak of their strength. Yes, for Saitama it shows a new move called Serious Table Flip, but that's expected of what he's capable of. As for Garou, he did beat all the S-class heroes, but we can still argue about which one is stronger between him or Boros. So it's not clear whether we're seeing a new peak of a battle or not. On the other hand, the manga version shows multiple new peaks of both Garou and Saitama. Saitama's got a new power-up while he's fighting against Garou on Jupiter, which caught me off guard. His strength keeps growing to the level that Garou can keep up, despite getting a huge amount of power he's received from God. Multiple serious punches followed by his version of Shadow Clone Jutsu, serious knees that blows up almost the whole Jupiter, and serious far as a tool to make him fly are the things that we didn't get to see in the webcomic version. Garou's feats got a huge upgrade too because we can see him being on par with even Blast, and he took multiple serious punches from Saitama like a boss. I mean, let's be real, Boros can't even handle a single unconnected serious punch, so that settles it. The only thing that's lacking about the manga version is they took out Garou's speech in front of all the badly beaten heroes, which to me is a badass feat from him. Number 4, time travel. Yes, time travel is a single element that separates the two. I know this doesn't seem to be a big deal, but still, it's interesting to see that time travel is something that's possible to do in One Punch Man universe. Imagine if somehow Saitama, Genos, or Dr. Kuseno found a way to get back in time where Genos' village got destroyed. That would be a huge help for him to unveil the true evil cyborg. Number 5, hidden possibilities in the future. We have a few possibilities here. The first one being the non-existence of Maima's arc in the manga version, which already happened in the webcomic. The reason is that in the manga version, Maima doesn't seem to be aware of who stood up and beat the crap out of Garou. And the reason that he decided to approach Saitama in the webcomic version is he saw the whole fight and is aware of what Saitama's capable of, although maybe not fully. But still, he acknowledges that Saitama could be the ideal hero that he's always dreamed of. Or maybe both One and Murata will find a way to link those things up with new sequences that's making sense, and we'll still get that Maima's arc. The other possibility is Blast being aware of Saitama's true power. Now I'm not sure that we'll see no yet appearance of Blast in the near future, but at least I'm sure that Blast knows what's going on. He knows that another hero other than him is capable of so much power to take on God. Well, I'm not sure that he saw the whole fight, cause most of it happened on the moon of Jupiter, but I think he knows about the outcome. But the question is, how is he aware of all that? So it's stated that Blast has some kind of power to manipulate the space and time, and by the time Garou first received God's power, Blast is in another dimension, which leads me into thinking, why does not he appear in the second timeline after that zero punch by Saitama? The reason remains unknown and the story just keeps going on till Garou manages to escape. To me, it's highly hinted that Blast knows about the time travel thing, and he's relieved that someone could handle the situation despite him being absent. So what can we expect if Blast does know all of this? The next encounter between Blast and Saitama would be different for both versions. In the webcomic, he wouldn't have a single idea of who Saitama is, but in the manga, he might as well try to recruit Saitama into his team to beat God. So that's all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this type of content, and if you find anything weird or wrong, please let me know in the comment section. Peace.